everybody, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So if you didn't watch my last video of my last 7 reads wrap up, I just was explaining how I kind of am going with the flow and just being in a different space just for a change of scenery, and Sydney is over in her tent playing, so I just felt like it made more sense to come to you from here than trying to relocate her into my reading room and things like that. So we're coming to you from my bedroom. Okay, so I wanted to do a quick check-in for Project 50. I meant to do it, I kind of wanted to do it on the 10s, and I kind of got past the 10 and didn't realize it at the same time. So I have read 12 books since my Project 50 has started. Obviously, I've gotten my pre-orders in, and I've done my book of the month. I have slowed down on my trading. Actually, have I traded for anything recently? I might not have even traded for anything recently. I kind of just try to not even look at that page, to be honest, because it is addicting. And at this point, I feel like a lot of the books that I've got left at this point, nobody's really interested in. So it kind of helps me to not trade with people. I think I've sold a couple books, but that doesn't count. Because nothing got added to my TBR. I kind of broke it for like a second by accident. There's this book called Australia, and it's a bind-up of a bunch of romance authors, and they wrote this book to help with the fires that were happening in Australia, and I knew it came out as an ebook, and then I saw something like now available paperback, so I was like, oh cool, I'll pre-order it, and I thought I pre-ordered it, and then it showed up 2 days later because it actually came out February 2nd, and I ordered it February 4th, and I was like, but I feel like that's hard because with romance, there's not really a window sometimes to pre-order, especially from indie authors. They kind of just go from not available to available, so there kind of wasn't a chance to pre-order it. / it goes to a good cause, and it was only 1 book. So if I went to the store and bought 5, I'd be like, yes, Nicole, you definitely broke your book buying ban. But because I just kind of snuck a 1 in, I don't feel as guilty about it, and like I said, it goes to a good cause. And with these romance bind-ups, when they do things like this, I'm thinking of I think there's a book called Cocktails or something like that. There's a whole bunch of different stories like that, bind-ups like that, and I feel once they are done printing their original set, they're not available, so there's a good chance that after my book buying ban was over, it wouldn't exist anymore. So I did go ahead and purchase that. So technically I kind of broke my ban. I even put a thing on Instagram, a poll on Instagram, did I just break my book buying ban? And some people said no, that I didn't, and that was great. And then other people said yes, and I felt super guilty, and I was like, eh. So I don't know, but like I said, it was one book, so I don't feel as bad. So yeah, I have, like I said, I've read 12 books, so I've got 13 more to go before I can technically purchase 5. So that feels pretty good. I did get very slumpy in January and the beginning of February, but now I feel like I've got my groove back. The last 2 books I read in 2 sittings. So I feel like I'm getting back a little bit. So I'm hoping that that will continue as the month goes. I do have kind of a new cheat to add in potentially. This might not end up being an issue, but just in case it is, I want to kind of verbalize it now. Patrick and I are going to New York to see a Broadway show and a play in April. We're going on Good Friday. So I have always dreamed of going to the Strand. I've never been, have I really been to New York City? Probably not. When I was a kid, I went, as a teenager. Did I go? No, I didn't get to go to the Met. Did I go to the Met? I don't think so. Where'd I go? I think I went to the Cloisters. Does that count as going to the city? Probably not. I don't think so. And then we went to the mall. So yeah, we went to the Rockettes show my senior year of high school, and then we went to the mall. That's what we did. I haven't really been to the city, and it's always been a dream of mine since becoming big on BookTube. Well, I'm not big on BookTube, but big on watching people on BookTube. I've always seen the Strand, and it's always been a place that I've always wanted to go to. I read about it in Lily and Dash's Book of Dares. I've always wanted to go to the Strand. So every time like we hint about we might go to the city someday, I've always been like, can we go to the Strand? So we're going in April. If I get to go, like hopefully I'll be at 50 before then. But if I'm not at 50 by then, I think I'm going to let myself get like a couple books. We'll see. Like, I don't know how pricing works at the Strand, so it might be a couple, like it might be 3, it might be 5. I haven't decided. But I do want to say that like I'm going to be allowed to buy books just because I've never been to the Strand. 2, I always like to kind of buy a book when I'm on vacation or somewhere special as a like kind of memento of remembering being there. So I want to get that out there that does not count against me because it's a special treat. It's not like I'm just going to like blow money. Like I'm literally going as a special treat. It's not something that happens all the time. So I will be allowed to buy books there if I so choose to. So yeah, it has been very hard this round of not buying anything. I feel like there's so many new releases, so it's so tempting just to want to pre-order everything. It's so hard to just like, I keep seeing on Instagram now that I basically feel like I live on Instagram. I keep seeing like the books that are on my wish list over and over and over again. And it's so hard to tell myself no. But then I like kind of hold this accountable. I have this video holding me accountable. I've got you guys to hold me accountable. I don't want to let you guys down. So that's kind of what keeps me going. So I thought by filming this video, if you guys were having a rough time with it, it would get you kind of remotivated again to keep going and that it's going to be okay. Some of you I know have just been doing Project 10, which is awesome, and I'm so proud of you guys. I know how hard that was when I first started doing Project 50 as a Project 10 base. It is really difficult to tell yourself no when you see all these new and bright shiny books that are coming out and that people have them and you don't have them and you want to read them, but it'll be worth it in the end for sure. You'll be so proud of yourself when you accomplish it. So I hope that you guys are doing really well. Let me know your status and your progress down below. And like I said, hopefully we'll be able to stick through this together. Since this is 12, I probably won't do a 20 update. I'll probably do a 25 update, especially because I will be allowed to buy 5 books when I hit 25. So hopefully that maybe I'll make a combo video of like a Project 50 update plus book haul. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing really, really well, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, everybody.